retard, retard, retard.
Good evening. Hello, hello. Andreas, hi. Captain Mitchell, hello. Philip, hello. Roy, hello to you. Flight Summer. I'm doing well, Flight Summer. Thank you so much for asking. Hope the same for you. Lilo, hello. How are you doing? And welcome to today's stream. Hey, Flight Summer. Hang on. Oh, hold on. Where's my sounds? Hold on. That should work. Why didn't it? Where's my applause? There it is. Flight Summer, congratulations on passing your PPL. You must be thrilled. You must be thrilled. That must be a fantastic feeling. Martin, hello to you as well. And Yoda, Leka, and Mark, hello, hello. I see all the royals in the house. Honda Jet, hello, how are you doing? Right. Yeah, there's been an update on the iFly 737 MAX. So I thought I might as well take it for a spin. And Magus, nice to see you. When is the release? Nice of you to join. And Magus, thanks for all the help again with the regarding the monitor. About 1 hour. Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to have to see if it's going to be 55 or 65-inch monitor. We'll see. Right, yeah, we are in Nürnberg. And so, again, we are doing a flight here from Nürnberg to Calvi. We know Calvi regarding the circling approach may be there, but we'll have a look for the weather in a second. And then we'll see how it is. So there is that view. There's the HUD view. Fantastic. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, so apparently there has been some improvements regarding performance. Now, I've not noticed anything in that regard because it wasn't running badly prior. But, I don't know, some people have reported a bit of FPS gains with the latest update here. Hey, Chris, nice to see you too. Hope you're all well. And Eagle Motion, guten Abend. Right. So, I am going to try to load in the flight plan. Let me just check. Flight plan. There it is. Nürnberg to Calvi. So, route. Activate, execute. Oh, and we actually have, if anybody wants to join, if you've got some spare time and you're wondering what flight to do, we have ground and tower here in Nürnberg. And Fabio, hello to you. Yeah, so it's a pleasure. And if you do join, to all of the Vatsim pilots out there, and maybe the ATC as well, although I usually don't have any problems with ATC, if all the pilots on Vatsim do me a big favor and just go to your audio settings and then just talk normally and just make sure that your bar here doesn't go too far into the green. So actually I was already a bit too loud here. So if you find out, if you try to calibrate and you find out that you're always in the red, you are being a big nuisance to everyone flying with you, and everybody will hate you, I promise you. So, you know, try to be a nice fella and just calibrate your microphone, please. On my last stream, again, it was just a nightmare. About 50% of all the pilots have their microphone just way too loud, and it just blows your eardrums out. It always sounds like they're in full panic mode. Or, I don't know, maybe they're worried that they're not being heard or something.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black.
Hey, Tishka, nice to see you.
Experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hey at Black Box 711, hope you are well. THX for 20 months of great edutainment. Looking forward for many more years to come. And BTW, how about a Q400 shared flight again at some point?
Thank you so much, Tishka, for the 20 months, first of all. That's really kind of you. And then I would be up for it. Yeah, sure. Since I do still fly here in P3D, well, why not? Yeah, sure. Just hit me up. King Creed, hello to you. Roy, is that distortion due to non-calibration? Well, I don't think it becomes louder and louder. I think what you should do, just like I do every time before I go online, I go through the audio settings. Be aware that any update in Windows, you know, or even if you go and update a graphics driver, it may have an effect on your standard settings. So please, you know, go and just take the 10 seconds to calibrate your audios, especially the microphone, you know, before you go online. That really helps everyone. Yeah, Zishka, March, I have lots of holiday in March. I literally have completely March off work. And I'm only going to be off for 1 week. And so, yeah, I'll definitely have some good time in March. Absolutely. Would love that, yeah. Hey, Hayden, how you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Right, so, yes, this is the updated version. This is 1.001 or something. It's strange that it says 1.000 because I have updated it. That is strange. Why does it say that here? Hang on, Magus. Why are you envious? You want to do shared flight in the Q400 as well? Oh, no problem. Just let me know. System page. Oh, the March off for me. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Zishka, yeah, do so. Roy, voice meter potato. Yeah, you can also do that. But, I mean, the only true indication that you have what goes on in vPilot is to go into that audio setting in vPilot. Menu. Well, anyways, I'm pretty sure I have updated. Hey, Bob. Well, I mean, whatever, you know, if we find an aircraft that you can use as shared flight, we'll do one. Yeah, Lilo, the thing is, so the problem is, I'm aware of the app that is available in Microsoft Flight Sim with shared flight. The issue is, I've done many shared flights with many different apps. And the problem is, if you get a desynchronization, then, you know, if there's no means of you getting a, you know, resynchronization going, like where, for example, you know, when we did our flight to Venice with Mark, so Lindley, on the last stream, we had a complete disconnect because Mark's PC crashed the desktop, and then he restarted X-Plane, and we got reconnected completely. And I didn't have to pause my simulator, anything. I just let it running, and he was able to reconnect completely, which is amazing. So, you know, those sort of features are something that is very important. 23075. Let's just go. That's ILS. All right. So 20. Oh, hang on. Wasn't there a button here? Oh no, that was somewhere. That was in a 787, right? Yeah. Ah, that was a cool feature.
Hello, Black Box.
Hey, Lee, wie geht's? Lee, I've not forgotten you regarding shared flight. But I have to say the following. Lee, would it be possible... I'm thinking about doing a German language live stream. At some point. Hold on, settings. Why can't I hear anything here? Audio. Yeah, that should be okay. Is that still bugged? What, 18.1? Is 80's voice still bugged? Ja, danke, mir geht's gut. But ATIS was working the other day, wasn't it? Hold on, let me just get my sound settings. So the voice is... Yeah, it's all set. Yeah, so Lee, the idea would be to do that on a German live stream. Eagle Motion, I don't mind. I've actually had the feeling that a lot of people are a little bit too shy to do a shared flight with me here on stream. Hey, Amantha, how you doing? Yes, I am planning to do the circle to land, and I think the weather should be fine for that, yeah. Right, settings, push to talk. Oh. Nürnberg ground, good evening from TUIJet. Flight number TUIJet 84 Yankee, how do you read?
TUIJet 84 Yankee, Nürnberg ground, hello. 325, frequency 118,
Perfect, thank you much. I'll call you in a couple of minutes for the clearance, thank you. Alrighty, so that is working.
Or 3,062
oh,
inches trend, nosing Nürnberg information X-ray. Out. Nürnberg information X-ray. Automatic. Met report time 1650 Zulu. Expect vectors for ILS approach. Runway in use 28. Transition level 60 attention. Departure frequency for all departing aircraft is Unicom on frequency 122.800. Wind variable 2 knots. Cav OK. Temperature 0. Dew point -3 QNH 1037 hectopascal.
Gee.
Or 3,062 inches trend. Nosing Nürnberg information X-ray. Out.
37, that's
Nürnberg information X-ray. Automatic. Met report time 1650 Zulu. Expect vectors for ILS approach. Runway in use 28. Transition level 60
okay.
attention. Departure frequency for all departing aircraft is Unicom on frequency 122.800. Wind variable 2 knots. Cav OK. Temperature 0.
Squawk 1000.
Alrighty. Let's see.
Squawk 1000, flight level 70, setup approved. Thank you.
So I think my microphone was just a bit overpowered there. Okay, that should be better. Hey Voyager, moin, wie geht's? Yeah, the weather's very nice at the moment. I was just, I went cycling today. 6 degrees, sunny. Yeah, it was nice. Quite enjoyed it. Yeah, 42 yesterday. Yeah, we had that. I went flying real world flying the other day. I think it was Dublin or something. They had 1042 as well. So crazy weather. Right, let's get the flight plan up here. So we have Nürnberg 28, and we're expecting the Ball C1 Golf departure. And then from there, it's Bolsey Yankee 166, Dinkelsbühl, November 869, Tetgo, November 851, Lokta, direct, Sonom, direct Rolsa, direct Odina, direct Ivano, direct Oleti, Mike 858 to Ligur. Hey, McChester. Yeah, it was great chatting with you, McChester. Thanks for all the fantastic insights, man. It's brilliant to have professionals that can give you some fantastic feedback on these topics. Really interesting. So, Ligo, we're going to do arrival. Now, we are going to fly, obviously, a localized approach initially. Let me just load that flight. So there we go. That's the routing we are taking today. It's kind of strange routing. So Dinkelsbühl, we're going to go to Zurich. Yeah, here's Bodensee, so Lake Constance. So we're going to go past Zurich East there, Zurich East. Then we go southbound. Across the Alps will be near Milano, Torino. And then we'll fly, straight in Calvi, which is going to be localized approach 18. And then we'll fly the circling. Right, guys, in case you're wondering, now I don't want to, give away any details or information that, you're not supposed to get. I was talking to Matt Chester about the incident in Austin, Texas. You may have heard about it regarding the loss of separation between a FedEx 767 and I think it was a Southwest 737. And that was during low-vis ops. And we've seen a number of people already online again. And, I appreciate their videos and their insights. Okay, McChester, fantastic. And so I listened to them and I'm like, okay, now, they've gathered some good facts, but there's a lot of things still unanswered. And there's a lot of speculation in there. So when I look at these incidents from a professional point of view, I don't look at it and say, oh, what a bunch of idiots. How can they do this? No, I'm actually thinking, okay, so imagine if I had been in the flight deck of that 767, let's say. How would I have reacted? Would I have accepted a landing clearance? Or would I have, at some point thought, oh, you know what? That 737 is getting a lineup now while I'm at 3 miles. And you can hear the controller say to the southwest, lineup clear takeoff, 18 left, inbound traffic, 3 miles. And so I was like, hang on, 3 miles? That's 1,000 feet height. 3 miles means the 767 is round about, only 1 minute 30 seconds from touchdown. 1 minute 30 seconds. That's not long. So imagine the 737 holding short at a Cat 3 holding position point, Cat 2-3 holding line, which is further out than the normal threshold line. And it's foggy, right? They have bad visibility. So they're going to taxi on slower than normal. They will very unlikely be able to do a rolling departure because, at least for our company, we have to determine a 90-meter visual segment after we have lined up. So we have to literally quickly stop, count the lights that we're able to see, and then determine that we have at least that 90-meter visual segment from the start. And so obviously the 737 would take its time to line up. Now, let me just see if I can. Is there a way that I can connect my iPad quickly? Hang on, just let me check something here. Do we have a drawing program? Paint. Yeah, all right. Oh, that doesn't show up though, because maybe if I do, hold on. No, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on. That's not it. There we go. So ignore the yoke stuff, please. Just concentrate on the chart there. Right. So, where's view? There we go. So I want to draw a. So I haven't used that program yet. If I select that, why can't I? Oh, there we go. So there's a runway, right? So you have a runway, and there is a inbound traffic coming in, right? So that's the 767 coming in. All right. So he's at this position here. Right, lovely aircraft. Yeah, you can see that's a 767 easily. So he is 90 seconds out, right? And that's when a 737 positioned here. Right, and he's got to line up, so that traffic has to line up, get himself lined up with the runway, and depart from that runway. And there's a minimum separation. Now that depends on airports. That depends on different countries, different procedures. However, I think you can safely say what is important is that the aircraft departing. KB. Well, I'll do my best. So that departing aircraft has to be clear of the sensitive area.
Down Stevens 1 in Delta. Stevens 1, over ground service taxi to stand 86 via Delta, Foxtrot, Juliet, Sierra 4. Ach du Schande, bitte nochmal, Stevens 1. Stevens 1 via Delta, Foxtrot, Juliet, Sierra 4, stand 86.
Ach du Schande, ja. That was too quick for him. All right, doesn't matter. Right.
Via Delta, Fox, Juliet, Sierra und stand 86 confirm? Aye, sir.
Okay, cool. Right, so the important thing is, guys, this aircraft is doing an autoland. So there is a safety area around the runway where during that landing, during the final landing phase, no vehicles, so no cars, no person, no aircraft is allowed to be inside of that safety zone. So if you have a aircraft departing,
Ground Zero properly mature assessing Grand Caravan.
Hold on.
And actually, I don't know my number. Hold on a second.
Yeah, let me just dial that down a
I
bit.
guess stand 15.
So by that time,
Yeah, it's
that
15,
aircraft
yeah.
reaches
Assessing Grand
the
Caravan,
flare phase, let's
15
say.
for best clearance for pushback.
That aircraft has to be completely out of the safety zone because you have your localizer antenna on this side,
Pushback approach.
right? So the localizer antenna is on this side, transmitting the localizer beam, right? So that's the localizer beam. And the autopilot uses that localizer beam to safely hit the runway, but also after landing, do the rollout, the automatic rollout, if it has that feature. So any distortion of that localizer beam by other vehicles could lead to the aircraft actually getting a autopilot hard over in flight. And I've actually had that happen in real life. And I was lucky that I was still about 1,000 feet altitude because what the autopilot did was horrendous. We did 30-degree left and right bank turns at maximum roll rate, that was scary, I'm telling you. And that we were at 1,000 feet height. So potentially being very low to the ground, any localizer beam interference by other vehicles could potentially cause the aircraft to crash. That is how serious this is. So any aircraft that gets a takeoff clearance, the tower has to be sure that it will be out of this protection area. So the critical area, let's do this. So very simply speaking, let's say this is the protection area. And that has to be clear, right? So it's in the responsibility of the tower to make sure that the aircraft landing will not have any interference from other traffic or vehicles. There was an incident in Munich, and I've talked about it a couple of times already, with the Singapore Airlines 777 that did a autoland, even though the airport officially wasn't at Cat 2-3 operations anymore. And so they had I think it was BAE 146 departing, which was perfectly legal, right? The ATC did nothing wrong there because it's the responsibility of the pilot to make sure that you use the correct approach modes and the approach capabilities. And if the airport has reverted from low-vis operations back to normal operations, Cat 1 or better, then pilots are expected to fly a Cat 1 approach and not do an autoland, because the tower will not make sure that the safety zone is being respected by other vehicles and traffic, etc. So, absolutely vital. Now, in Austin now, there was fog. There was a clear Cat 2-3 operation in force, low-vis ops in force. And so, I asked myself, what safety kind of circuit breaker do I have as a pilot to say at some point, no, this is getting too close, right? So the question is, would you wait, at what point in the approach would you decide that it's just going to get too close? The issue is that we don't have a radar, right? We don't see what the other aircraft is doing, where its position is on the runway, until it has taken off and the TCAS starts giving out some information. So you would literally rely on the aircraft reporting rolling, right? But that's a very dynamic situation. The tower should have a ground radar scope, although they may not always have that in these situations. So if they don't, well then it would be prudent to have even bigger buffers. So safety is kind of a safety timing to make sure that these aircraft don't get too close to each other. But for me, I thought, well, if an aircraft, in this case, so if I'm 90 seconds from touchdown, and at this point an aircraft gets a lineup clearance from outside that safety zone, a lineup clearance, I would definitely say that is too close. That aircraft will not be going and will not leave that safety zone by the time I reach the runway. 90 seconds is just... normally takeoff run takes about 60 seconds to get out of that safety zone, right? So that is just, too close in my... That's what I would say. So 1,000 feet... and then I hear an aircraft getting a land clearance, then I would probably potentially just abort the landing. And in this case, you have already 1,000 feet. You go around. By the time you reach runway, you'll have 4,000, 5,000 feet, whatever the missed approach altitude is. So an ATC will have a lot more time to clear the situation as well. So interesting kind of incident, and the outcome, luckily, was such that nothing happened, but it was close. It was very close. Yeah. So Eagle Motion, when we encountered that autopilot hard over, we took out the autopilot, obviously. The problem was that we were already outside of that safety zone.
Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
So when you have your...
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Henrik, thank you so
much. Hey guys,
much.
Good evening everybody.
Hey Henrik, thank you so much for the 28 months. Hope you're doing good. So when you are in the approach, you have a max deflection of 1 dot that you are allowed to, that's at least for our company. So if we get outside of 1 dot deflection on the prime flight display, and we are below MSA, that's it, we have to go around. So that's what we actually faced. The autopilot was going so crazy, and we had about 30 knots crosswind, that the aircraft just went out of its safety zone, so we had to abort the approach, go around. I filed a report. I had a complete replay of the recordings of the aircraft with my safety department, So we have some specialists there that can download the data, and then you have like a PC simulator. You see all those displays and you see all the data. And so it was determined that they were building a new terminal near the threshold of runway. Was it 33? I think it was 33. And they had lorries going through the localizer on the approach. Now, it was a localized approach back then, and nobody thought of that being any sort kind of dangerous because we didn't do low vis ops. But still, those lorries going through the localizer beam on the road near the runway actually already caused those issues. Yeah, the Clank, that's also maybe they had to do some ice shedding as well, yeah. But again, in these conditions, you cannot do a quick lineup and takeoff. It just doesn't work. Hey, Gabriel, how you doing? Well, Roy, that's going to be, part of the investigation. So that's what the FAA will have to find out. But I'm sure they do a thorough investigation, and then, we'll see. We'll see what comes out as a final report. So let's get back to the flight. So we're going to be arriving on the, what was it? Via Ligur. There it is. So Ligur to Lima, right? Arrival, and then to Ilru. Now, Ilru, we have to be careful because there could be a holding pattern. Yeah, hold, and we don't want that because that will mess up our descent clearance. So I'm going to delete that out. So we have a straight in. Let's just go plan mode here. So there we go, Ilru, and then we go straight to the final for landing, straight in. Oh, actually for the circling then. The weather in, let's have a look at the weather right now. Weather in Calvi is 340 at 3, so that definitely supports both a straight in or circling. Now, we are going to do circling. I do want to fly the circling at least once. We've got a bit of extra fuel, so we can do that circling. Hendrik, I haven't flown it yet, so people have been reporting better FPS. I can't really say that I've noticed anything major, but we'll see. Maybe it has become better, so who knows. Is it starting? It should be starting. It's very quiet, isn't it? Hold on. I just barely hear the APU starting up there. Good. So, but nevertheless, what I can say is I do enjoy the 737 MAX. The flights that I've done with it up to now have been very nice. So, right, min diversion fuel is 2 tons. So, 2 tons there. And for the wind data, let me just check if I can download that. Route. Oh, that's on step. Let's request the winds quickly. Yeah, Malik, that could be the case, yeah. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So we've got Gupin. That's the first cruising level wind. So top of climb. Yeah, so that's fine. And the wind up there is 02450 roundabout. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. That looks proper.
Twitch channel subscriber
Lovely.
experience. Could new subscribers please
forecast.
make your way to the first
Request
class
descend
cabin,
winds.
where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
And Aviator 320, thank you so
Hi
much.
to BB and everybody.
Hello to you as well. Thanks for the 27 months. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for the support. Right, let's load the descend winds. Ah, beautiful. Look at that. Works as well. Like it. Good, so we got that page filled out. Routing is filled out. And then let's have a look. Do we have a performance calculator? Yes, we do. So performance. Let's search for Nürnberg. Search all. There it is. Runway 28. We'll do full length.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new
So we'll do full
subscribers
length.
please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hello BB, how are you doing? Seeing this stream makes me want to reinstall P3D again.
Thank you so much, EdForce5. Thanks for the support. 57 months, that's a very long time. Thank you much for that. And yeah, I am actually happy that I have not deinstalled P3D. And there's another reason for it. I've heard rumors that I actually have to go through a 777 type rating before I go and do the 787 rating. So who knows? I may even mess about a bit here with a PNG 777 in the near future. So that's why I am definitely happy to have P3D still available. Yeah, absolutely. And to 777 Bob, thank you so much for all your work. I have to say I didn't download today's file just yet, so I didn't have time for that. Look at that. Some nice VFR traffic departing. So thank you, Bob, for all your help and your work on that. When was this added, Ethan? About 4 or 5 weeks ago. Yeah, it's the iFly 737 MAX. Standalone add-on. Is the 747 worth buying now for P3D? Well, Jerky, if you already own P3D, then I would say yes, it's worth it. If you do not own P3D, again, there's a lot of cost that comes with it. So then, in this case, I would say wait until you have that in Marcus Flight Sim. But correct me if I'm wrong. They first going to bring the 777. Yeah, Mr. Dillon, that's what I've heard as well. So I don't know why that takes it as meters per second. So let me put that to 3. So that's about 6 knots. Temperature is 0. We'll take +1. And kinetic is 1037. We'll take 1036. Let's do weight and balance real quickly. Load. Oh no! What happened there? Packs, cargo. No! Hold on. Where's my manager here? So we have an external iFly configuration manager. So I want to update that 6 tons. So I've got this 6 tons. How about the weight? Let me just see. Index. Performance. Gross weight. No. That's wrong. We should have 60 tons of zero fuel weight. Hang on, how do I load the ground support? I don't need that. 737 pilot Alex, hello. Hey there, just to watch you stream for the first time tonight. Great content, keep it up. Just started streaming recently. I must say it's not an easy task when you also fly full time, but it's fun. It is, yeah, absolutely, yeah. All the best for your streaming. And I guess you're 737 pilot, then you're much more expert at the 737 than I am. So, I don't know why it doesn't load the payload. Because I did say full flight. All right, let's do it this way then. So 16. So 16, 42, 12, 24, 24, 24, 24. Cargo. Let's put this to 2,600 front. And we have 3,600 at the rear. Packs, cargo, fuel. So we have a... I'm just wondering if I'm worried if I press set P3D fuel. Oh. I'm just worried that it's going to kill my APU and everything. If it sets 0, that's so total is 6 tons. Taxi, let's do 200, and the trip fuel is 2787. So 2787. So that's a takeoff weight, 65.3. Yep, that adds up nicely. So that's good. And then we got thrust rating takeoff, flap config 5, air conditioning on, anti-ice off. Let's calculate those values. Fantastic. And Nanak, good evening to you. It's in the EV pages. Read P3D data and load P3D data. Is it maybe if I use that? All right. Now we're going to use those values here. So flap 5, cruise wind. Let's put cruise wind average. Well, we don't need to. We have an average wind already, don't we? Well, I can put in 010 at 40 knots roundabout. The top of climb OAT is minus 65, minus 62. That is pretty cold. That's 8 degrees colder than ESA. Is the aircraft good? I like it. I've done some flights with it. Hand flying feels very nice. So we'll take a takeoff. So takeoff with flex 52. Or selected 52. Then we'll take a flap 5, 3.31. Love how it sets automatically the trim. Now, hold on. That's still wrong, isn't it? How come it doesn't take the correct values there? Guys, is there any way I can see the actual weight of the aircraft right now? Yeah, but I mean, for the because I loaded the aircraft externally. So let me try that again. Update. Ah, the aircraft just moved. Ah, there we go. Look. Yeah, I think I know what the issue was. I had the wrong configuration. I have to choose the one class layout. Yeah, that's it. So let me do this so that we get the correct values. 57.8, 63.7. Now I'm trying to figure out. Let's do this. Right, let's try that. 58.8. The zero fuel weight on the OFP is well, actually 63 tons. What's the max landing weight, guys? It says on the OFP, it says max allowable landing weight is 66 tons. Yeah, all right. Then we'll take a couple more passengers on. I mean, we are going on holiday there, aren't we? So let's do this, that. Right. Update. So there we go. That's fine enough. 60 tons, zero fuel weight, 65.5 now for takeoff. Let's assume for taxi 200 kilograms. Yeah, let's take those values now. So we've got 52 selected temperature. That's good. Flat 5. And then we've got 133, 135. So now at least they add up.
Aboard the Captain Black Box.
And then
Twitch
150.
channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin?
And now we have a trim of
Complimentary
5.5.
drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hold on. Yeah, 5.5. That's good enough. Cool. Simfan, thank you much for the 21 months. Thank you for your support. I hope you're doing well. Right. Done that. Now, the thing is, so we've done all the calculations. Now, to ease the performance on FPS, I would say it's best to power down that display. That should help a little bit with the FPS. So let's put 150 in here. And then let's get the clearance, shall we? Let's get pen and paper ready. And so that's 18.1. The latest status is information Zulu. QNH is still 1037. Runway departure is 28. Transition level 60. Fantastic. So, Toy Jet 84 Yankee. I'm expecting the Ballsy departure. Right. Nürnberg ground, good evening, and from Toyjet 84 Yankee information Zulu requesting clearance to Calvi, please.
Toyjet 84 Yankee, Nürnberg ground, grüß Gott, startup approved, cleared Calvi aerodrome, Ballsy 1 Golf departure, flight plan routes, climb passage, flight level 70, squawk 1000.
Toyjet 84 Yankee is cleared to Calvi via runway 28 Ballsy 1 Golf departure, and then climb via the SID, flight level 70, squawk 1000.
Correct.
So, 1000 is set. Let's already do that. Transponder is on. So, 70. That is set. LNAV, VNAV. Yeah, so we got the Balti 1 Golf departure. I'll give you a quick briefing here. So, there we go. Right, so runway 28 Ballsy 1 Golf departure. It's a out of departure, so we go and climb 273 track to Delta November 295. Then 296, max 250 knots. That's fine. And then to Ballsy, and initial climb is level 70. For the taxi out, we've got pushback facing east, very likely, and then via the apron. Hold on. Let's do this. Parking stands, and then via Mike 2. Yeah, Mike 2 and Alpha, runway 28. I don't see any hotspots apart from Mike 2 there. Aircraft coming in from Charlie or Foxtrot, but apart from that, nothing major. In case of engine failure, let's see what Nürnberg has to offer. So Nürnberg has NADP 2. I'll check the FMS as well. So we go VNAV. I guess that's on the takeoff page. Index. Oh, you have? Dancy, where did you fly it to and from? So we got dry runway. Right, acceleration height is 1,000 feet above ground. Thrust reduction is also 1,000 feet above ground. And engine out is 1,500 AGL. That's all correct. Perfect. Good, and the engine out is straight out 277, 25 miles to hold. Sector's 3,800. Luxembourg, nice. That was your home base. GG's, love it. Are you pilot, Dancy? Let's go to rain mode here. All right, cool. Is there a checklist that comes with iFly? Let me just have a look. Otherwise, I will take a different one. Hold on, iFly. Configuration tool, mapping, flight plan, procedural introduction. No, that's no checklist though. Nice, you're 77 rated. Nice, lovely. And how are you enjoying it? Right, there's no checklist that comes with the iFly. Because I'm pretty sure what I used last time was the one engine out checklist. Doesn't have anything there, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a checklist in here. Nope. Nothing there. All right. Well, then we'll take the checklist that we have. So that's all fine. 350 landing altitude, probably sea level. Let me just check. Actually, no, it's 200 feet, so they set that already automatically. That's good. So that's fine. Let's put anti-collision light on, APU bleed on, that to open. To repeat is fine. Okay, nice, Dancy. Fantastic. So, let me see. Documentation, documents, aircraft, 737. And let's do, I mean, that checklist is pretty much universal. So, we're going to go oxygen, tested 100%. There's no test there. Navigation transfer display switches, normal auto. Then we have window heat on. Yeah, Gabriel, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Pressurization mode selector is an auto. Then we've got heading 185 and the altimeter 1037 1050. Parking brake is set. Engine start levers cut off. So we go before start to the line. Fuel 5,900, almost 5,600, actually 6 tons, and the pumps are on. Passenger signs are on. MCP V2150 heading 275 and level 70 set. V1 VR V2 is 133, 135, 150. C2 pre-flight is completed. And rudder aileron trim 3 and 0. And taxi takeoff briefing is completed, so that's down to the line. Let's go below the line. Flight deck door closed and locked. All doors are closed. And anti-collision light is on. And that's the before start completed. We get rid of the ground power now. Disconnect. Fantastic. And let's get rid of the jetway. And let's prepare for pushback and departure. There he is. Twitch at 84 Yankee, stand 12, requesting push and start.
Twitch at 84 Yankee, push and start approved facing east.
Push start approved facing east, Twitch at 84 Yankee.
Hello Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Fantastic. Dancy says 737 is a beautiful aircraft, very honest and nice to fly. Yeah.
Departure check completed.
I flew the classics only,
inserted.
so never had the chance to fly NG or the Max, but at least the classics, 300, 400, 500. Let's go quick edit pushback. Facing east. There it is.
Exiting from editing.
Looking here.
Please wait.
What do you mean? The 737 is for ancient people? No, it's not. Maybe for nostalgic people, but not for ancient. Well, I mean, Boeing, the old Boeing planes tend to be very loud in the flight deck.
Release parking brakes.
Brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Right, so let's get the packs off. Strange movement of the right. Let's go here. Now this has auto start, doesn't it? So we can do this. There we go. So start valve is open, and Snook's motoring now, just like the Leap, the Neo engines. So it does a motoring cycle. It doesn't start up straight away. So we got a bit of N1 rotation. Oh no, Eagle Motion, don't give me that. Oh. Right, here we go. EGT rise, engine starting up. I hope that works. What is missing a bit is the engine sounds. That's the only thing really I would criticize at the moment.
Expect parking brake.
But again, I enjoyed that add-on tremendous. Come on. Come on, give me.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Right, start valve closed. Starting engine 1. Oh, come on, don't give me that, Danny. Oh, you guys are making me nervous. Alright, motoring as well. Well, Gabriel, yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. One thing I really enjoyed about flying the 737 was you feel so connected to the aircraft.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Right, motoring's finished.
Unlocking gear.
Here comes EGT rise. Oh, look at that trim setting. Try that again. Alright, there we go. Yeah, 5 minutes warm-up time. Yeah, that's true. Right, start to cut out. There goes the pushback truck. Well, I've always said with the Airbus, I've always missed that true feedback, because
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass skin removed.
in the end,
Left is clear, right is clear.
where is he? In the end, you know, the flight control computers are always messing with your flight controls, so you never have that direct connect feeling as you have, you know, in an aircraft that doesn't have flight augmentation. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Lol. And Tim Pinator, hello, how you doing? Let's check the flaps going to 5. Nope, that's a bit too far. There we go. And let's do a recall check. And let's do a flight control check. System, there we are. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, full left, full right, neutral. Oh, it's because, is that because the park brake is set? Well, we'll see. So let's go with the before taxi checklist. Generators are on. We have propede on. Engine ITI is not required. Isolation valve is auto. Engine start switches go continuous. That's where I was stopped. And then we have recall check. Engine start switches. Auto brake is. Hang on, let me just check that again here. There we go. RTO and engine start levers idle to 10, flight controls checked, and ground equipment is clear. Twitch 84 Yankee request taxi.
Twitch 84 Yankee taxi holding front runway 28 via Mike 3, Mike 2, Alpha.
Mike 3, Mike 2, Alpha, Twitch 84 Yankee. Clear left side, clear right side, let's go. I find it weird. What I do here is the fuel pumps, I think, make that noise. Brake check. Brakes are working. That's something I'm hearing. Styles. Volume. Cockpit. Oral. Miscellaneous. Or maybe hydraulics?
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment
Hey, Mate.
will be served. Thank you.
Buonasera. How are you doing? Mate, thank you so much for the 31 months of support. Greetings. How's life? Okay, those are hydraulics then. All right. Yeah, but I mean, on the outside, I wish we would have a bit louder engine noises. So I'm missing a bit the engine noise sounds. And, I mean... And in the cockpit, let's just dial that down a bit. Good. Before takeoff checklist, we've got flaps, 5 green light, and trim is 5.04 units set. And that's the before takeoff checklist completed. Right, here comes Alpha to the left. The max is quiet. Well, yeah, but I mean, not that quiet. Come on, guys. Right, going right here. Oh, lol. I love that follow me there. That is cool. I've never flown the Freeware X-Plane Max, to be fair, so I can't really comment on that. Is it better than the Zebo? That's a tough one as well, because the Zebo is an excellent freeware mod. So I wouldn't really...
Visit Alpha Yankee, contact Tower 118.3. Have a great flight, bye-bye.
18.3. Thanks so much for the service, and have a great evening. Twitch at 84 Yankee.
Bye-bye.
So fantastic that we got the control here. I did not expect that today. Oh. Just make sure we don't go off the taxiway there. Nürnberg Tower, guten Abend. Twitch at 84 Yankee, approaching the holding point, ready for departure.
Jet 4, squad 3 Jet 84 Yankee, Nürnberg Tower, hello.
So here we got the Cat 2-3 holding lines. Look how far away they are from the normal threshold for that protective area that we were talking about. Let me just do that. Get TCAS running. Traffic. There we go. Ah, okay. There's an aircraft on the approach. Don't see anyone. All right. We're going to stop here. The Freeware Max is based on the Zebo. Yeah, maybe I need to try it then. So, what else? What else? Just go do that after takeoff checklist later. Got that. And we had 22.8 Unicom, they said. Oh, no, it's not. 29.5 to 5. They changed that. So Munich Radar has come online now. So that's 29.525. Right. Oh, there's a V. Is that VFA traffic? Yes, it is. It's the that Cessna. Yeah, and it's an automatic frequency change. It says contact Munich as quickly as possible after departure. Yeah. So let me just get the chart out again. So it says contact Munich immediately after takeoff.
To jet 84 Yankee, wind call correction. And wait, runway 28.
Runway 28, line up and wait, Jet 84 Yankee. Now let's use the HUD here. There we go.
Approaching 28.
So we had one VFR traffic.
To jet 84 Yankee, wind calm, runway 28, cleared for takeoff.
Jet 84 Yankee, clear for takeoff, runway 28. Good, are we ready?
Contact
On runway
28.
Let's go.
Contact ground 118.1.
That's loud again, blimey. No need to start the elapsed time, it does it automatically here. So good, power, let's go. N1, Toga. Right, let's do this. 80 knots checked.
V1.
Rotate. Pause right. Gear up. Ah, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Don't know why they don't have any engine sounds. Kind of weird. Let's check that later on. Right, let's turn the aircraft. So we have LNAV, VNAV speed already in the acceleration phase, and let's put the autopilot on so that we can reach down and contact Munich. Munich radar, good evening. Jet 84 Yankee passing 2800.
Jet 84 Yankee, Munich radar, 0 identified. Climb by set, flight level 130.
Via sit, climb level 130 to Jet 84 Yankee. So flaps 1. Hatchet, hello to you. And Drax, hello. And flaps up. Well, yeah, I mean, the problem is in P3D, so compared to other flight sims, using enhanced atmospherics, you do get a little bit of a washed out kind of look. Yeah, so I always find that when I've flown a lot in Max Flight Sim, yeah, it's always a bit disappointing to see this to come back. But then again, you know, P3 has its other... Vielen Dank, direct Dinkelspiel to Jet 84 Yankee. So there we go, direct Dinkelspiel already, fantastic. Let's put that in, direct, wonderful. These are active sky clouds. So I'm using enhanced atmospherics, but I'm using active sky cloud art. I'm not too happy, still not happy with enhanced atmospherics clouds. Yeah, I'm on the right screen. Mute on lost focus.
Jet 84 Yankee, lang ist offline, so 1 to Unicom, 1 to trade, schönen Flug.
Thank you much, and 1 to 2.8, Toy Jet 84 Yankee, schönen Abend. quite performant, isn't it? Look at that. 2,800 feet per minute. GG. Very powerful aircraft. But that's, I mean, you would expect that. Same with the Neos and the 320s. Or 321s. It does have lots of power. So weather radar is auto, so that should be on. Good, passing 10,000. Let's switch off the lights here. Right, reaching 130 now. There's no traffic. I'm going to continue climb. We fired 350. So there we go. N1 VNAV speed 35,000. Gemütlicher Bär. Well, I got the update through because I bought the add-on through the flight agent. It's called Flight 1. So it has an app, and through the app, that's where I got the update as well. It's very convenient. Yeah, I'm just wondering. Hang on. Sorry, let me just quickly. Just go sounds, world, options. I know we shouldn't do this, but engines. Ah, okay, so maybe that's why. Well, not really. It doesn't... I'm not sure why that engine sound is kind of bugged. Because it says joystick doesn't have anything else, like miscellaneous 54. Order warnings. Okay, maybe after restart. Okay, well, alright. Let's just say we've got very quiet engines. One thing I would hope they fix as well, so if you go and click on a different monitor, so that sound loss on lost focus, because I have deselected that in P3D, but it doesn't work here in the... Well, hang on, I've got the settings here as well. So I can go here, system page, preferences, so I can, hold on, sim menu, there we go. So we have doors, failure, sim menus, panel style, pushback. Panel style. Yeah, no, the only thing really you can do is HDS, so guidance system. There's nothing else you can click here. Panel style general, okay. Ah, there, okay. So that's the general cockpit sounds. So that's all right. Page down. No, that's just joystick sensitivity. This is not a bad add-on. I mean, there's no point in bashing it completely. Because it could be simply me not having the right settings here with the engine sounds. Yeah, I thought the same regarding the MCDU. I thought it's very similar to the PMDG MCDU, yeah. There's a new sound set for the 737 MAX on the sim market. Okay, well, maybe I'll try it out, yeah. Well, one issue I have with the Zebo is that in X-Plane 12, the Zebo still has lots of issues. So, again, you know, it's a bit tedious to talk about, you know, all of these different add-ons, different simulator platforms, and then, you know, people fighting over which is best. I always say, just enjoy the sim that you have. So maybe there's people that don't have X-Plane but have P3D, and for them, this is a good add-on. Well, maybe I can find something online about the sound issues. iFly 737 MAX engine sound. Engine sound. Right, so yeah, so Mantha, with X-Plane 12, I found that there's definitely some work that needs to be done. So, for example, the weather updates quite often are wrong or missing completely. Definitely, some add-ons still don't fly or don't behave the way I would expect them. So, for example, in the tow list, I've noticed that sometimes when you get to the ground effect, the aircraft just does not behave as you would normally expect it to behave. So, yeah, still lots of stuff to be done, yeah. So, let's have a look. So, is it correct? So, the iFly 737 MAX was released first as a base model for P3 version 5, then for Microsoft Flight Sim. That was posted in August last year. So, they are working on it, on an integration with Microsoft Flight Sim. Well, that's good. Yeah, so I can't find any issues at the moment. There's nothing, no forum entries. Yeah, Mantha, absolutely. So, you know, all of the add-ons, the aircraft add-ons, they have to be made compatible with X-Plane 12. Oh yeah, so Jarhead, I've enjoyed, for example, with the orthos that I've installed up to now, and with the new shaders, they do look very nice. And I've had people on the stream, on the last stream when we flew the shared cockpit flight to from Vienna to Venice, there's lots of people saying, wow, that looks really, really nice. That just, I don't know where the engine sounds have gone on the outside, but we'll see. We'll get to the ground of this. Strangely enough, though, I also have to say that it doesn't matter which flight sim you're using. You know, Microsoft Flight Sim, P3D, or X-Plane 12. There's always something.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch
that
channel
is
subscriber
really
experience.
annoying, really off at the moment.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hey, Shifunsky, that's really kind. Thank you for the 14 months. Hey, how are you doing? And which plane would you pick if you were on the private sector? Well, that's a tough one as well. There's so much change, but I mean, the Gulfstreams. Isn't that the one that had their certification where they had to prove it can go beyond Mach 1 and still be safe? Because the cruise Mach number is like 0.9 something.
Duo channel experience. Could new subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight infotainment will be served.
1,000 feet.
Thank you.
Cameron coming in.
Passed my initial class 1 medical.
Hey.
Getting ready to start my integrated ATPL next month. BB 711 Pro.
Congrats, I feel very happy for you. Cameron, that's a tier 3. First of all, 5 months, tier 3. Thank you so much for your generosity. And Cameron, yeah, I wish you all the best for your training. Wow, what an exciting time, right? How long is it going to take? 16 months, 18 months? How long is that phase for you? Right, we got VNAV path, FMC speed, 0.75. Got nice tailwind today. 72 weeks. Right, about 1.5 years only. Like less than 1.5 years.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box.
Hey, hype train incoming.
Experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Yeah, Kalidos as well. Thank you so much. Coming in 14 months. That's really kind. Oh, and we've got some more. Let's just wait for the jingle. Thank you so much to Kazipaya as well. Coming in 14 months. Message coming in. Kazipaya, how are you doing? Ring the bell. That's really kind. Thank you.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Thank you, Kazipaya. I hope you're well. Yes, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, so at the moment, I know that, you know, being the time of the year that's really dark and cold, and, you know, people have been here in Europe through a long spell you know, of bad weather and darkness. So hopefully springtime around the corner, things are brightening up. Thank you, everyone, for your amazing support. That's almost the level 3 hype train. Yeah, I've talked about some issues I have in Microsoft Flight Sim regarding DX12, and I do get high FPS, but even if I'm using G-Sync or V-Sync or all of that off, I don't get completely smooth simulation, which is kind of weird. So I'm not sure if the latest drivers have done something. Yeah, so Eagle Motion, at the moment, at least in Europe, right? So the Alps, they have lots of snow. Hey, merci, Monsieur Solid Wings.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hello BB and chat. So how was yesterday mission? Any friendly kill?
No. So Solomix, thank you for the 28 here. And no, actually, well, I was flying with Yorda, so that kind of, already made sure that there's no friendly kills, right? So, no, it went well. It went really well. Yeah, very nice. Enjoyed it. Oh, yeah, and Yorda, if you're not able to join on Monday, then I'm going to be off. I've got standby duty for 5 days starting Wednesday. So if we don't find a time on Monday, then we'll have to do that after I come back. Really? You can't use DX11 at all? Well, for me, if I use DX11 with TAA and lock it to 50 FPS, and I have like half monitor refresh rate, because my monitor's at 100 Hertz, it's brilliant. It is really, really nice. Yeah, so I was, I think, I mean, I've tried Riva Tuner, but I have to say I need to mess around a bit more with that. Yeah, it could be that, yeah, something in the NVIDIA control panel is not optimized or something. I tried, Q8 has made a video on the settings. I've tried to do exactly as he was showing on that video, but that has not done the trick for me. Well, but the thing is, if I want to have DX12 and frame generation, I don't want limit 50, because I can get like 80 FPS easily. Yeah, Senshai is definitely able to help. Yeah, that's true. The Gulfstream can fly Mach 0.99. There we go. Look at that. Thank you for the hype train. Complete level 3. Thank you so much. That's really kind, everyone. Thank you so much for your support. Right, I'm just going to have a look at the flight plan. Just want to make sure that we do a quick fuel check. So we've got, let's see, at Sonam or Bolsey. So we'll take no, not Bolsey. It's Rolsey. So been in the air for 21 minutes. Oh, there we are, Sonam. So Sonam should have been 23 minutes after takeoff, and it's been 21 minutes, so a bit better. That was because of the direct. And we're supposed to have 3.1 plus extra, about a ton. So 4.1 is what we should have on the fuel. And look at that, we got 4.2. So that's a very nice match with the fuel flow here in the sim and compared to SimBrief. That's nice. The weather radar should be working because I'm using Active Sky, so that should be working. But right now, I mean, it's a high pressure area. There's no real, there's no thunderstorms, anything, any larger cumulus nimbus clouds or anything like that. So all fine. So Tishka, I don't run the graphics card. I don't undervolt the graphics card. It's just the CPU. Hey, Shibunski. Yeah, so that's the only thing I undervolt a bit. It's the CPU. Nothing else. Will you be checking out the Falcon 8X for X-Men 12? Well, it sounds interesting. Well, the 13900K, if you don't undervolt it, it is literally, there's no performance gain, really. It just gets hot. It gets like 90 degrees Celsius and above, if you know, if you're running Flight Simulator. And so just by undervolting a little bit, you get much lower CPU temperatures, and literally you have no performance loss. No, the thing is, so the GPU is not maxed out. I mean, the GPU, if I run Microsoft Flight Sim, the GPU is at what, 50%, 60%? So, you know, that's not the issue. I get 100 FPS, it's just not smooth. That's the thing. And I cleared out the cache, did everything, you know, in that Q8 video. I did everything he said, so... Good. Guys, regarding the circling, I'm pretty sure we have somewhere, let me just find that file. We have somewhere a chart for the Calvi circling. Let me just find that. There we go. Hold on. Let me just, can I do that? Yeah. Ah, you can't see that, can you? Hold on, let me get the yoke. There we go. So, not sure how to do this with the... Sorry for the sounds that are missing. I'm just out of focus here with the window. But what we're literally going to do is we're going to break off in the approach. There's the runway. So we'll be going towards that ridge line. There's a mountain there. We'll go towards that and circle at 1,700 feet. Yeah, we'll do something else, Yoda. It's a good point. We'll do something else regarding the Calvi scenery. We'll draw in a circle, and we'll go visual. So we should have that quarry, and like 20 seconds outbound from the threshold, and then we start a 30-degree bank turn to the final, and we're gonna hug the landscape there. So we have about 400 feet height above the landscape. It's falling down towards the runway. So it looks really, really fascinating because you're literally, you know, only like 500, 400 feet above the ground all the time, and try to get that steep turn going towards that final, and then try to pick up the power piece and then just go from there. So that's what we're going to try and do here. And if that doesn't work out, we'll try something else. We'll try straight in. What about my train driver career? You mean on the flight sim business? I've given up on that for now, but I mean, who knows? Try photogrammetry off. Okay. What happens though if you turn photogrammetry off, Zishke? What does it do to the scenery? So, I want to do the following. I want to... No, I don't use ultra settings, no. Pretty much high. Some settings are ultra, but not everything. You get better frames. It's not that bad. Alright, yeah, I can mess about with that. Oh, I know what you mean. Okay, no. Pre-cache I have an ultra. Yeah. That's one of the settings that I have an ultra. Yeah, I know what you mean now, yeah. You lose the 3D scenery. That's fine. Okay. So what I'll do, let me put a 2-mile radius around the airport. So we want to have a radial. So what I'm trying to draw here is the following. Let me find... the runway track. Runway track is to the south is 177. So we'll take 177 and then just do 2 miles. Let's have a look here. There we go. So what I'm trying to do is get myself a kind of visual cue. So when I do a circle, because I'm sure I won't be getting outside of 2 miles because of the terrain there. Yeah. Are you human or box? I'm a human. Right, so hey Alex, how does it fly? It flies very nicely. You mean here the iFly 737 Max flies very nicely. Ah, okay. So Nico says you lose the buildings, some buildings which are important from Bing maps, and then the Bing these buildings will be replaced by generic buildings. Okay. All right. Thanks for the infos. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll try to mess about with that a bit. The thing is, though, so what I've noticed is that previously, I didn't have any major issues when using frame generation. So somewhere along the lines of the last couple of driver updates, that's where I, ran into issues. So one thing I wanted to do is get a extended center line. So that's a good thing. And I have a turning circle, so I know that here I'll be inside that radius there, or just hugging that, and I'll be around 500 feet turning final. So at least I know where I should be altitude-wise. So that's fine. Anything else that we can do? I think we're good with that, so... Top of drop coming in how many miles? 80 miles, roundabout. Beautiful. Some clouds. Lovely, lovely. But the add-on is running fine. I have very smooth. So I'm looking at 50 FPS here. And on my screen, it's really smooth. I know it doesn't really translate 100% to the stream, but yeah, with VSync active, it's really smooth. Love it. Yeah, the gamepad. This actually is very good for content creation and for streaming. Yeah, absolutely. So localizer 1.8. We need. Well, I've got localizer DME, so we've got DME distance there. So we're gonna have a high terrain around the airport, specifically to the southeast. But there's also some terrain to the west, so we've got to be careful with that. So that's all fine. Then, well, actually, let me put in a 25-mile radius then for the sector. So that's fine. Cool. Hey, Newmark, how you doing? Nice to see you. Royce, you asked, hey Blackbox, did you update the MMS settings images on your website with the graphics card? Yeah, so Roy, at the moment, I'm still running DX11. So I'm using DX11 VSync on, 50% monitor refresh rate, which is about 50 FPS then, because I run it at 100 Hertz. But all the other settings, so, you know, anything with LOD, etc., that's pretty much still the same as I've had before, yeah. So, where did we just cross? Let's have a look for the airports. Ah, we're coming right over Milan, or there's Linate Malpensa, so we're right over Milano. Beautiful. Ah, it's a huge city as well. Are we there yet? Well, almost. Almost. So, progress. Expecting a landing about 16:25. It's now 15:45. So, about 40 minutes. Oh, Matty, yeah, you're right. Is that, how's that joystick, the Warthog, is still working? I hope it's still good. Yeah, so Roy, it's just what I've been talking about. The issue I have with DX12 is that I get high FPS, so I get like, you know, frame generation on. I get like, you know, 80 to 100 FPS. It's all fine, but when I pan around, so, you know, quick left look, right look, I get little lags and stutters. And, you know, for me, that just kills a bit the immersion, so that's why I don't like it.
Captain, the charts are blocking the view.
Sorry. There you go. All right, here we go. So here we go with Milano. Yeah, so Matty, it still works like a charm. Fantastic. Fantastic. That sound command is brilliant, isn't it? That's really worthwhile. Yeah, I think this is where Malpensa would be if I had a scenery for it. That could be Linate there. Yeah, Milano's a huge city. Danny, I have, and I have. Do I have a video? Hang on, let me just see. Let me just find. Maybe I have a video on that. Hold on. It's not here. I have it on the other platform. I am on the 737. When I was flying the 737, we had lots of night stops in Torino. So I've been there many times in real life. Beautiful city. And yeah, departure with the Alps to the north. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That was unexpected. Right, so somewhere here we've got Saronno coming up. Yeah, it's a beautiful area, absolutely gorgeous. Hey Bone King, how are you doing, Vigits? Greetings. Alright, let's prepare for the approach, shall we? So we've talked about the arrival routing. Let's talk about the weather again. I'm just going to update that. So wind now 160 at 7. So it would in real life then prefer the straight in, obviously. But I know you guys want to see the circling. So we'll do the circling. Have you ever been to Turkey? Yes, in real life I've been to Ankara. I've been to The old Istanbul airport. I've been to the new Istanbul
Black
airport.
Box, is there a mic vacated via Echo, my friends of traffic?
Well, there's still rumors, Amantha, regarding P3D version 6. It's rumors, but I love how sometimes, you know, things that are already seen as being outdated and not being continued anymore actually have then suddenly been improved and upgraded. So who knows? April 23, Nürnberg. So what's the deal then? Because that's a piece of news I've not picked up on. When did they say that? Okay, so 1034. Let me pre-dial that here in the Prime Flat Display. 1034. Yeah, I mean P3 never talks about dates. Yeah, I remember that as well. There's no point in doing that because it's reset anyway. So, what else? We have 4 degrees. So let me do and run the calculator here real quickly. So we'll do performance, and then we'll take landing. Airport search, Lima Fox,
Mountains of traffic, Superposit
Charlie,
274 via
Calvi,
Charlie,
runway.
Delta
So
Mike,
we
Delta
are
Bravo,
approaching
27504.
18, but we're going to land 36. It's a dry runway. The wind, well, we're going to have a little bit of tailwind. So let's put 8 knots tailwind in there. We've got 4 degrees and 1034. Let's do a flat 40. Aircon on, anti-ice off. And then brakes. Let's do auto brake 3 for the backtrack. Let's do no reverse, and we have no failures. And the landing weight will be around about 63 tons. So 63. Oops. We'll do 5 additional knots here and calculate. Bone King, have you already bought this 737-9? No. No. So I don't. Honestly, I like the P3D 737. It's a good add-on, but I don't see. Well, let's put it this way: I'm not such a 737 fanatic that I need to have all of the different versions. I just don't see. Maybe for long-range flight or longer routings, maybe the 737-900 is a bit better. But you know, for me streaming, I rarely do longer flights, so I just do not see that aircraft fitting into my kind of style. So I don't know what to, pay $50 for another version, which I probably will never use, or at least not use much. What about the 787 plans? You mean in real life? At the moment, it looks like it's going to be beginning of April when I start the transition. So, with the fact that I'm going to be off pretty much all of March, means my last Airbus flights could be end of the month. So quite exciting, yeah. And also exciting to hear that I may start training 777 first, and then do another additional rating 787 after that. Yeah, 777, 787, that's what I'm switching to. Will you get the 757 Microsoft flights? I mean, it depends on the add-on. It depends on, what I feel maybe potentially a good add-on without having, you know, major issues. Hey, Gabriel, I did some of these streams. Well, I think 12 hours. I think 12 was the longest kind of stream I did, and it is tiring. It really is. Yeah, so for me, Mate, the 777 rating is actually the more interesting rating. Maybe for, you know, future reference. Well, especially 777X is a beast, yeah. So, well, I've been flying short range now for how many years? 15 years now. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to some long range flying. Well, who knows? I mean, we've got some airlines. I've heard the Cargolux is getting 777F, right? So exactly, SK. Yeah, it's a dual fleet. Yeah. Is it hard to complete a type rating? No, I think, Amantha, it's harder to get the ATPL. The type rating itself is not such a big deal. It's always, so when you start a training on a new aircraft type, in the beginning, it's just a lot of stuff to go through. But, you know, you've been given a syllabus and you just churn through it bit by bit. You're not expected to know everything right from day one. So you just, you know, slowly grind your way through it, and then, and that's it. And then, the thing with the long range, though, is, for example, I have to learn all of the regional procedures again, especially North Atlantic. And then ETOPS. So ETOPS is something I've never had to go through and learn, apart from ATPL theory a long time ago. But ETOPS is going to be, you know, becoming, it's going to be a big topic again for me. So that's something I need to go and churn through. Yeah. And then just the country regulations. Gift swap? No, of course not. No. Look, Airbus is a nice aircraft to work on. I've enjoyed the, how many years now? 11 years? Yeah, 11 years A320. I've enjoyed that. But that's about it, right? So I'm looking forward to doing something else again. No, I'll stay on the left seat, Flying Wolf. So for our company, once you are on the left seat, you stay there. Even if you change the aircraft type. Would you have picked 350? Well, I mean, I like the A350. I think it's a very nice aircraft to work on. It's just, for me, I'm a Boeing guy. I'm sorry to say, I've grown up with Boeings, and Boeings just really get me excited. Right? I don't know what it is with Airbus. Airbus is like, yeah, not bad, but Boeing is where, you know, it's just emotions. Not Boeing guys. Oh, come on, guys. Oh dear. Hey, Air Cities. Airbus is Playmobil, Boeing is Lego, yeah. A nice comparison. Oh. Well, you know, it's always the same. I know, right? It's always like, you know, you're gonna have people that prefer Airbus, and then there's people, you know, that prefer Boeing, and it's one of those discussions you can't win. It's always someone gonna get upset. That's the thing. Okay, Hatchet, yeah, thanks for your private message. Yeah, so actually, I'm using a reshade preset from a wonderful person that has done lots of presets, and so yeah. But like with all things, you know, there's some daytime where it looks really, really good, and then there may be some daytimes, some lighting conditions where it doesn't look quite as good. But overall, I like it. Flight simulation. Is it true that on the 737 you have to continuously trim left as it climbs? No. So I mean, at least not on the classics. I wouldn't know why aerodynamically you would have to continuously trim left, because normally the rudder would take care of that, but I've not seen any of that happening either. So you're gonna miss the tray table. Yeah, that is for sure. And I'm gonna be like, you know, oh god, what's this? Why is this always there? Can't we get rid of it like this or something, right? So no. And Just Lamy, hey, how you doing? The tourist, yeah, so Boeing has definitely made some mistakes in the past decade. And they have focused on wrong things, in my opinion, as well, yeah. But hopefully they've changed course again to a level where, you know, they're going to be back on track building fantastic aircraft, safe aircraft, so... I don't know. So yeah, regarding touch, I don't think the 787 has touch screens. No, people are saying it doesn't. So it has a selector like this one here. So apparently it's not like you have in the Quality Wings simulator. Yeah, track control, Johnny. Yeah, Johnny knows. So it's only trackpad control. Yeah. But I've heard that as well in the 777X. That it would have touch screens, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's something I heard as well. Cool. So, how many... Drag required. Are you kidding me? Why? We're apparently on path. Giftswerk, nobody is forced to do anything, you know, to fly a certain aircraft. But, of course, it is preferable that they retrain the pilots that already had an A380 type rating. And to be fair, these are the pilots literally that they are the oldest. They have the highest seniority. So, for that reason alone, they will be... You know, if they want to again, they'll be rated on the A380. But they probably have a double rating, won't they? 380, 350, so... It always requires drag, not in the real world, Eagle Motion. That's just simulator world. So we're going to set the ref 135, flaps 40. Can you be a CFI after the age of 65 when your medical expires? I don't think so. I mean, unless you're doing ground training. So simulator training or something. But I doubt it. But again, you know, licensing stuff, I'm not an expert regarding licensing by any means, so... These are like very specific questions. Dankeschön. Right, let's just check we have whether or not we have a sector here. Vatsim map. I mean, Emirates is incredible in that sense, right? There's no control there. Okay, so I mean, they still have over 100 A380s, and yeah, no surprise that they are expanding like crazy. Yeah, salad. Today I've got cabbage salad. It's like a Asian salad. So got kind of Asian spices, some soya beans. Yeah, so I still do the same with my wife, eating salads in the evenings, so we don't have. Well, we try to avoid carbs in the evening. That's why we have salad with protein. Headforce 5. Well, I mean, the A380 is a fantastic engineering miracle, if you like. That is an amazing aircraft, and but it does show that it's not that economical. So the form, the size, and it's a wonderful plane for passengers as well. It's very quiet. You feel like you're on a huge cruise ship. But economically, it does take a lot of fuel, and yeah, you've got to have that. You know, the ticket prices to support that. Yeah, so at the moment we're not doing cooking streams. We are thinking about expanding the kitchen here. So we'll have that plan maybe ready by end of the year. And then once we have a bigger kitchen that's more appealing, you know, visually, then we'll continue on that. Well, the recipes we've done, obviously, definitely were good. But the main focus really is on you know, healthy food, healthy kitchen, if you like. That does taste nice as well. Right, let me just see if I've got the arrival. So we're supposed to do import. Let's load that. So, Tortu 140 below. That's fine. We've got that. Don't know why it's complaining. And then approach. Transition should be 60. So let me just enter that here. Let's try. So forecast transition level 60. There we go. Cool. I live in Germany, near Bremen, so northern part of Germany. Oh, Gabriel, I've been asked that before. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the A380 in Microsoft Flight Sim. But apart from that, I'm not sure. Have you really, Philip? Oh, that's fantastic. Which one was it? That's good to hear, Philip. That's really good to hear. Well, actually, let's go down 3,000, because it's a straight in. We've got water below us, so no terrain issues. Right, quick rundown of the briefing. Let me show you the chart here, so you can see that. So, we're going to be flying the localized approach 18. and we'll leave 3000 at 9 dMs from the localizer DME. The profile is 3.09 degrees down, and we'll descend to a circling altitude of 1700 feet. And then we'll circle as I've just shown you guys in this pattern. And important thing is, if we are not in visual contact with the terrain or something goes wrong, we'll turn right 331 degrees to Bunax, and then we'll go outbound to Calno, climbing 3,000 feet. And then we'll try again. 109.5, let me set that. So mode ILS 10950. Let's make that, oops, transfer that. 177 degrees. Yeah, we'll set that on both sides here already. So let's do level change from here on out to 50 knots. And then 375, ADF1. Let's try that. 375. ADF1. No, I'm not rated in real life to fly to this airport, no. In case we are already in the circling, what we'll do, we'll do the pattern and then just go around and stay over at the airfield and then rejoin Charlie Victor Beacon 121 outbound to Calno again. But we'll stay here in the circling pattern in the missed approach. That's for the bulk landing procedure. Right, and then we come to a stop on the runway and we'll backtrack to get to the apron. We have available, it said in the chart, we have available 2,310 meters and required is 2,000. And that is with brake setting 3. So let's enter that here. 3. Oh, sorry, charts. There we go. So just saying that, yeah. Available 2,300 and 2,045 required and brake level 3. Yeah, that's all correct. Let's read a checklist. So we've got descent checklist. Pressurization, landing altitude 200 feet is set. Recall. Checked. Let's do that already. Lights are on. Auto brake is 3. VREF 135. So approach speed will be 140. And minimums. Actually, let's put 1,700 feet in here. So 1,700 minimums and approach briefing is completed. I have to adjust my viewpoint for the circling so that I can see the runway a little bit easier. There we go. Minimum is set. There it is. So that, actually, if I do, let's try that, and then I should be good with that. Right, So that's good. We're passing transition, so let's set the QNH 1034. Would you be interested in helicopter flying? Yes, I would. So the other day when we flew the Apache in DCS, I really enjoy that. I really do. Pro checklist. Altimeters 1034, passing 57 checked. And that's the approach checklist completed. I'm going to arm the speed brakes already for landing. Yeah, oh, come on. There we go. Now they're armed. Right. Isn't that impressive? Coming here in real life must be so fantastic. Especially with beautiful weather like this. Yeah, Matter, absolutely. So in real life, normally what we do, the pilot monitoring would have terrain mode on. And if there is weather, I would have weather radar mode on. But right now, there's no weather. So I would have terrain mode on as well. So let's start slowing down. Ilru at 3000. And I will select the localizer already. So VO lock is active. Vertical speed. And let's go with flaps. That viewpoint. Let's go flaps. Can't set flaps 1. That's silly. Alright, let's go flaps 2 then. Alright. Ooh. What happened now with the FPS? Excuse me. Uh-oh. What's happening? Uh-oh. Something's broken. The VSD? Nah, it's not that. Flaps? No, I'm sure there was a flap lever. Ooh. Yeah, terrain radar, that could be the case. No, something else. Right, let me just quickly, there's no traffic here, so let me just check something. I deactivated updating, so that should not be the issue. Let me just have a look here. See what's happening there very quickly. Just make sure it's not overheating or anything like that. So now 63. Hold on. So that's 60 degrees, 65 degrees CPU temperature. So that's not the problem. I don't know what's happening, guys. Honestly, I do not know.
Approaching minimums.
Right, let's continue here. Let's go flaps 15.
Minimums.
Right, let's continue. Flaps 15. No, it's no. It's right, let me just check something else then. No. Was there a way to refresh the cache or something? Let's try that. Nah, unfortunately no help. Hey, yeah, man, yeah, we just ran into issue for a strange reason. It was running, the sim was running fine, and then suddenly now it's a really... So I'm sorry for the bad FPS. Alright, let's see that we get through this together. I do apologize.
Minimums.
Continue. Right, we're going to start a slow descent here already. 140 on the speeds.
$1,000.
1,000 checked. Flaps coming 30. Right, there's the runway. And that's a quarry I was talking about. So here comes flaps 40, final setting. Landing checklist, gear down 3 green. Flaps coming 40, green light. Oh, it's a slideshow. And speed brake arm, green light. I'm sorry for the bad FPS. Right, so we have to go 30-degree bank. And like I mentioned, we're going to be 400 feet, 500 feet.
500.
So careful, the center right here.
400.
So keep turning. I can see already we may overshoot just a little bit. Altitude is good. Speed is just a bit high.
$400.
Just coming around it. Oh.
$300.
It's going to be a go around. So go around flaps. Pause.
You can always
Pause right gear up.
go around. If it don't look right coming down, don't wait until your sideways feet is sliding on the ground. You can always go around.
So 3,000 feet, flaps coming 5. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second, Marvin. Hang on, just give me a...
Right, Calvi traffic, Bavarian 2 Alpha on RNP 18 Zulu. It's 3 miles final, circling on runway 36.
And the iFly 84 Yankees on a missed approach to Bunax at 3,000 feet. Okay, so legs, Bunax, Execute. So Control Shift Win and B. Control Shift Win. Let's try that. Hold on. Nah, unfortunately still. I honestly don't know what it is. And let me just run this to see what's going on. Ever since I disabled Windows updates, so that should not be the case. I'll check again. So clock speeds are fine. So GPU temperature, I mean, it's, you know, it's nothing. Look at that, GPU is at 37%. There's nothing really. Yeah, let's try again. Let's go home, update security. No, they're paused. It says updates paused until next week, so that's not the issue.
And Calvi traffic for Ryan 12, taking off for circling runway 36.
Oh, hang on. It's smooth again. Lol. No, it's smooth now. Yeah, maybe it is the scenery. So let me see if it starts again when we go final, then it is the scenery. So approach. Let's do that again. Departure arrival. Arrival. Localizer. Ilru. Execute. Legs. We'll delete that out. Execute. Put that in there. And then we go direct. Let's see where that is. Right, let's go. Calvi traffic, TUI-jet, 84 Yankee, turning towards Ilru to fly the circling runway 36 in Calvi. Runway 38, yeah. Right, so again, yeah, now it's smooth. If we have the same issues again once we get on final towards terrain, then it's definitely something else. We start out of 3,000 at 9 miles from the localizer DME. The flaps conspiracy. All right, let's try the flaps conspiracy theory then. So up to now, smooth. Looking towards terrain, smooth. Oh. Can I set flaps 5? Come on, give me flaps 5, please. There we go. Okay, so we'll arm the localizer again. Keeping fingers crossed we're going to have better FPS this time. But it looks smooth for now. So now I have no excuses. If I mess up the approach, we'll go around again and then fly the localizer straight in.
And Calvi traffic, Bavaria 2 Alpha, turning final runway, please.
Have a good landing.
Danke.
Oh no, it started again. Alright, then it's scenery later, guys. I'm sorry. Then it is definitely scenery related. So something not compatible with the scenery here. I mean, it is an old airport add-on, so I don't know. Let me just try. I'm just going to lower the graphic setting or something. Mesh resolution. Let's do normal. Normal. Yeah, just trying to free up some of these settings here. Let's see. Have you flown to Juneau? Yeah, I have. We have done a group flight there not too long ago, actually. Nah. Still laggy. What to do, what to do. Yeah, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're just going to land in straight in, localize approach. And then what I'll do, guys, we're going to go on to Microsoft. So we'll do straight in, and I'll do the following, guys. We're going to go on Microsoft Flight Sim. We'll go with the PMDG 737. And we'll do the circling there with the PMDG. And again, this is not an issue with the iFly. It's a scenery issue here, so... yeah, something's just not compatible for some reason. So, gears coming down.
And Calvi traffic, Bavarian to Alpha unindicated.
Thank you much.
Have a nice landing.
Yeah, we're going to go straight in due to scenery issue.
Roger.
Hey, empty cross. Well, I mean, if I turn off the scenery completely...
Traffic, French, Gendarme, 90307, holding short at runway 36, waiting for the 37 to land.
2500.
Okay, that's very kind. We're currently 6 miles out for landing straight in 18 in Calvi. Toy Jet 84 Yankee. Who needs terrain, yeah. Right, so we're on the path. Flaps coming 30. The rest is still done. We could go 3,000 feet. Flight directors off. So it's slightly high. 140. Flaps 40.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. Right, 1 red, 3 white. Still a bit fast. Let's correct that. Right, landing checklist. We've got the start switches continuous, speed brake arm green light, gears down through green, flaps 40 green light.
$1,000.
Approaching. 18.
Yeah, 1,000 check. It's a little bit fast. Come on, let's get the speed out. Yeah, wind is shifting a bit, so we had a bit tailwind, and now it's left 6 knots. It takes surprisingly little power. It's only like 45%, just like the Neos, really. Lol.
400.
I've not had such low FPS for a very long time.
300.
That reminds me of the good old FSX days.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Right. Speed brakes are up. Manual brakes. A blast from the past, yeah. 17 knots. And TUI Jet 84 Yankee. We'll take next to the right, the apron. Is that a helicopter? Looks nice. Oh dear. Is it really? That's Uniheli. Nice. Have a good flight then. Oh boy.
Traffic friends, Gentlemen, 9307, line name up runway 36.
When's the PNG gonna release the max? I have no idea, Bone King. I have no idea. PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know what's gone wrong. I honestly don't. But it looks like scenery issue. Because as we were facing away from the island, it was all good. And just facing the island again, it just got really bad. But as promised, I'll give you the landing in the PNG 737 in Max the Flight Sim in a few minutes. Because we do have the scenery there.
You need to stop the engines to request ground services.
So one thing I did do, I did spawn in here and check the scenery, and I didn't notice any FPS issues this afternoon. Why it suddenly had issues this time, I don't know. There isn't much else I can do apart from test the scenery and... Anyways. Well, we didn't crash, so at least we made the landing. Guys, if you are so kind to give me like 5 minutes, then I will be back on Microsoft Flight Sim. And then... before we go on to that mission with the Phoenix and the FSI panel, we'll do a quick hop. We're going to take off in Ajaccio, which is just south of here, and then we'll fly the circling. Right. Once again, big thank you to all of the support. That's really, really kind, and I will see you, if you like, in about 5 minutes. Going to have to switch the hard drives there. Could you show a circling approach with loss of visual reference at a terrain critical airport, also a means of re-intercepting the missed approach procedure? I mean, it's not really that complicated. It's all about Ajaccio. Well, let's not start that. So the important thing is that you are going to do the missed approach abort landing towards the runway, so as you stay within the circling area, because that's the only area that has been cleared and checked for opposite clearance, etc., etc. So that's your goal. All right, guys. 5 minutes, I promise. It won't be longer than that. See you in a while.